In this video, I've pulled together some really great gifts and gadgets you can buy on Amazon right now, and none of the items shown here have been seen on the channel before. So sit back and enjoy, and as always I'll include links to everything featured in the description down below. Some time back I featured these Ocoopa UT4 Handwarmers, which I still use for winter dog walks, but there is now a new version, the UT5, which has some great new features, making these even more ideal for anyone who works outdoors or has outdoor hobbies in colder weather. In the box you get the two hand warmers and a dual USB A to C charging cable, and as we've seen before, these deliver instant heat with a choice of 3 heat settings with up to 8 hours of use on a single charge. There is a single switch to turn each one on or off with a long press, and you step through each heat setting with a quick single press. And heat goes from 37 to 52 degrees C or 125 degrees Fahrenheit, which is almost too hot to handle, showing just how effective these can be. They are lightweight with an aluminium heat panel, durable ABS body shell, and a UL certified battery with overheat and overcharge protection. And with the new UT5 you now get Ocoopa's Duo Heat, which means there is now a heat panel on both sides to heat both the palm and the fingers at the same time, though this can be switched off to one panel if, say, you choose to put these in a glove where your fingers won't get the same direct contact with the hand warmer, and which extends the battery duration. With both hand warmers set to maximum heat and with both panels heating, you can expect to get around 3 hours of use, or when using a single panel at the lowest heat level, which I have to say is still pretty hot, you can expect to get around 8 hours of use. Also with the UT5 you get this rubber finger strap so you don't drop them, which also doubles as a bag carry strap so you don't lose them, and you also now get a battery level indicator alongside the heat level indicator, so you can now adjust the heat output based on the available battery level. Now I can't think of many people in cold conditions who wouldn't benefit from these, and for those who suffer with Raynaud's, these are really a no-brainer, making these easy to recommend, especially at the price which comes in at £25 or $30. This is the Anker MagGo charging station, and I've been using this on my travels now for the last 6 months. It's a 3-in-1 MagSafe compatible charging station, and it's super compact as you can see, which is why I love it for travel. And it unfolds to reveal a Qi 2 phone charger which delivers the increased 15 watt output for faster charging. There's also an AirPods charger rated at 5 watts and an Apple Watch charger also rated at 5 watts, making this the ideal travel gadget for those in the Apple ecosystem like me. Apart from the benefits of this being small, it also keeps wired clutter to a minimum, as this only requires a single USB-C wired connection to a mains adapter, which is also included in the form of this nicely compact 40 watt USB-C travel adapter with the usual interchangeable plugs, so you have most of the world covered. And if all that wasn't enough, this also doubles up as a stand for horizontal viewing whilst allowing the phone to be charged at the same time. This won an IF Design Award in 2025, and the quality on offer here is really excellent, as we've come to expect from Anker, who are one of our go-to brands when it comes to charging gear. And at the time of recording I noticed this was selling on Amazon at £60 in the UK and $70 in the US, which I think is a great price and actually quite a bit less than I paid for this one. This is the PureVis 2 drinking bottle, which I've been using now for the past 18 months or so. And if you happen to be looking for a drinking bottle that does pretty much everything, then let me run through why this is still my go-to bottle for both home and travel. And I'm pleased to say that this content is created in partnership with LARQ, so a huge thank you to them for supporting the channel. Okay, the first thing to mention is that this bottle has a built-in filter which uses LARQ's Nano Zero filter technology, and that means no PFAs. They are the industrial forever chemicals found in almost all water sources that we are beginning to hear so much about. The filter also removes lead, chlorine, pharmaceuticals and more, making the water not only safe to drink, but it tastes much better too. And that's one reason why I'm still using this for daily water consumption at home. The PureVis 2 also kills 99.99% of biocontaminants such as E. coli and salmonella found in less reliable water sources using an internal UVC light source. And that makes this bottle perfect for travel for those times when there might be a question mark over that hotel tap water or outdoor water fountain. This UVC light activates every couple of hours, which also self-cleans the bottle, preventing the formation of any bacteria and keeping the bottle odour free. And the bottle also has a double-walled construction to keep the contents cool when it gets hot, making the bottle ideal for use in a warm climate when, say, on holiday or vacation. The PureVis 2 also works with a connected app to encourage healthy hydration. The app monitors and reports on water intake, accurately measuring the water level in the bottle to determine how much is being consumed, and it can light up to prompt water drinking throughout the day. The app also monitors the filter life and the battery level, which should be good for 2 to 3 weeks between charges, and is topped up via the USB-C socket in the lid. Other things worth noting are a useful carry handle, which can be removed if not needed, and a flip-up lid which closes with a click over the mouthpiece to keep it clean and also provide quick access. It really is hard to know what more you could want from a drinking bottle. The PureVis 2 is made from food-grade stainless steel and is available in a choice of 2 sizes and 4 colours, with a list price of $129 for the smaller size and $139 for the larger size. And LARQ are offering 15% off orders under $130 and 20% off orders over $130. I'll include links in the description down below. Trying to find a well-made, well-featured, easy to use and sensibly priced flashlight or torch can be a tricky task, but the SR12 from Sofirn happens to tick all those boxes, and that makes it a great gift option. Now, in terms of quality, looks and performance, I would expect this to cost a lot more than the £27 it costs in the UK or $40 in the US. So let me run through what you get for your money. We have the usual anodized matte black aluminium construction with the inclusion of a great non-slip grip and a two-way pocket clip. You also get a glass lens with a deep reflector, a magnetic base and a lanyard hole, and a lanyard is also included. It's IP68, so it's fully waterproof with USB-C charging and a single side switch with an inbuilt battery level indicator. And it uses a standard replaceable 18650 lithium ion battery with a 3000 mAh capacity. Then things get a little more interesting, because for that size of battery, this is a very compact light at just 4.4 inches or 112 millimeters, especially when you consider that deep reflector. And that deep reflector is designed for range, and this has a maximum quoted range of nearly 400 meters, and that's from a turbo 1450 lumen output, which is delivered by a quality luminous LED. And with this light you get all the features you would want, and it's relatively easy to use as well. You just press once to turn the light on and then press and hold to step through the 4 brightness levels. A double press is for instant access to turbo, and then a single press takes you back again to where you were. And then there's a strobe with a triple press, and you also have access to a proper 1 lumen moonlight mode with a press and hold from off, and that is good for 20 days and nights on a single charge. And general duration is good overall too. For example, the 100 lumen light level, which will easily get you home, is good for 15 hours on a charge, and the 350 lumen level, which is more than enough for most lighting needs, is good for 5 hours. There is also a lockout mode with 4 presses, but I would simply unscrew the base by half a turn to completely disconnect the power. Now, all this might be expected in a light costing twice as much, but at this price, the SR12 is really hard to beat. We are big fans of Maxpedition pouches here at the channel. For example, my Travel Essentials kit uses the Maxpedition Micro, and my Outdoor Essentials kit uses the Maxpedition Mini, and these all follow the same DNA, opening up like a book for easy visibility and quick access to the contents, with elasticated loops and pockets on each side. In addition to the Micro and the Mini, there are 4 more sizes to choose from, and the largest is this one here, which we've not shown on the channel before. And this is the Maxpedition Beefy, and it measures 8 by 6 by 2.5 inches, and this larger size opens up a wide variety of different use cases, like for example a compact toolkit for smaller jobs around the house, a quick grab first aid kit for the car, a tech pouch for work, a survival kit for outdoor, or to organise and carry fishing gear or art supplies, or even for use as a toiletry kit when travelling. The list goes on, which is why these make such good gifts. For the size, this is lightweight at under 6 ounces or around 160 grams, and this is made from a 1000D abrasion resistant nylon with a Teflon fabric protector to repel water and dirt. Externally we have a mesh slip pocket with a velcro fastening and a velcro patch area. We also have a grab handle, and on the back we have PALS webbing to attach it to another bag if needed. Access is via a double YKK zip, and internally we have multiple double layered elasticated loops and a zip pocket and a sleeve pocket, and also a D-ring and a paracord loop to attach keys and other items. The Beefy is available in 5 colour options. I have black and khaki here, and the quality from Maxpedition is always great, and the price at around £35 or dollars represents really good value too. Next up is the perfect gift for anyone who uses a screen, which, let's face it, is pretty much everyone. This is the Spigen Easy Slide Brush and Screen Cleaner, originally designed, it seems, with the Tesla car screen in mind, with the aim of quickly and easily removing fingerprints, marks and dust, and I bought this one on the back of a recommendation. The cleaner consists of a very fine but very dense retractable brush, and under the removable lid a microfiber cleaning pad. Now, I don't have a Tesla, but I do have a laptop, desktop, iPad and iPhone, which all suffer from dust, fingerprints and generally grubby screens, and this is actually really effective at removing all of that, leaving the screen super clean and streak free. The brush then removes any loose dust, particularly in hard to reach areas like the gaps between keys on a keyboard. The microfiber pad is attached with a velcro backing so it can be easily removed and then cleaned and then reused, and you also get a spare in the box so your cleaning pad is always at the ready. Now, the thing that sets this apart is the fact that it works so well, and it's more compact and I would say quicker, easier and more effective than a basic cleaning cloth, especially with the addition of that brush. At £23 or $25, this is not a cheap option, but this is something that I know will get a lot of use, and if the Amazon reviews are anything to go by, it's well worth it. This is the Ultra 2 from JisuLife, and I must admit that I'm usually wary of gear that combines multiple items into one, as they can often be a bit of a gimmick and not particularly good at anything. This though is not the case with the Ultra 2. This thing does everything well and impresses with great design and the use of quality materials like this aluminium housing. What we have here is a small but very powerful fan, a practical flashlight or torch and a power bank integrated into a single easy to use handheld gadget. There is a main on-off switch and a display which very usefully shows the remaining power level, and a switch for the flashlight which steps through the 3 power levels and then onto an SOS mode. And the light here is diffused rather than a beam, which is good for lighting up an area close by. For the fan we have an on-off switch and a rubberized wheel to control the fan speed. Now, it always comes on at level 1, which provides gentle cooling, and then it goes all the way up to 100, which is more like a hairdryer. The fan has multiple uses, keeping you cool, getting a fire or barbecue going, blasting dust off your gear or blowing up an airbed, and you get a couple of attachments to help, one to concentrate the airflow and one with a brush to help remove dust. And just look at how nicely these attach using magnets, reinforcing that premium feel. Inside we have a battery in here rated at 9000 mAh, which is charged via this USB-C socket, doubling up as a power bank, which should get you out of trouble if your phone runs low. And a full charge of this should be good for at least one full charge of your phone. There's also a lanyard attachment point, and you do get a substantial lanyard included. In terms of duration, this fan can run for 25 hours non-stop at level 1 on a single charge. Or looking at the worst case scenario with the fan at 100 and the light simultaneously at the brightest setting, you are still good for 1.5 hours. So in general use, this will be somewhere in between, which I would say is pretty good. So who is this for? Well, this will be ideal for those who like camping, for cooling, fire starting, airbed inflating, phone backup and general lighting. I can also see this at a festival, again for backup phone power, keeping cool and lighting the way back to a tent at the end of the night, and also for travelling and not forgetting keeping your gear free of dust. This comes nicely packaged with everything you need at a price of around £90 or $80, which reflects the quality on offer here and does make sense when you consider the separate cost of a quality flashlight, fan and power bank. This next item is a great gadget for travel. This is the magnetic travel phone holder from Ugreen, and it consists of a strong spring-loaded clamp with rubberized grips and a fully articulating MagSafe ring. So this is designed to work with any MagSafe equipped phone or phone case, or any other phone for that matter, as this self-adhesive ring is included in the box. And this is designed primarily so you can mount your phone on a seat back tray table on a flight, or say a fold-up table on a train. The magnets are super strong, so the phone is held securely in place, so even if everything else is moving about, you can continue to watch your content at the perfect angle, hands-free. And this of course can also be used at the office or at the home or when out and about. And it can also help when it comes to taking selfies or making video calls, as there is usually something nearby you can clamp this to when needed. The quality is great, as we've come to expect from Ugreen, and it folds down to fit in the palm of the hand, and it's lightweight at 115 grams or 4 ounces, and it comes in at a great price too. This one costing me just £12 from Amazon in the UK, and I see it's available for just $10 in the US. All in all, a really practical phone holder which has now found a home in my travel tech kit. This next one here is a little bit left field for the channel, but I wanted to share it with you because we're talking gifts, and if you know someone who is afraid of spiders, then this is going to be a game changer. This is a spider catcher, and I've been using it now for the last few months, and it works really well, and it's a world away from the glass and card capture method we are all probably familiar with. You can keep your distance with this, which will appeal to many, and you simply cover the spider with the see-through box, and once covered you push this slider in the handle forward and a thin piece of plastic moves into position and captures the spider. Then with the spider still at arm's length, you can take it outside, retract the slider and let it go. Now the marketing behind this favours kids collecting insects for observation, hence the magnifier built into the collection box, which I would happily do without. But in my experience, this is all about getting a spider out of the house without everyone freaking out. And because that job usually falls to me in this house, and I'm not what you would call a spider fan, I am very happy to have this at the ready. As for the price, it costs just £13 in the UK or $12 in the US. This next one is for anyone who rides a bike at night, especially if travelling to and from work. What I have here is a backpack with an integrated smart light from a company called Unit 1, who specialise in bike gear with an emphasis on design and innovation. The Torch backpack here has a 23 litre capacity, and it's made from a tough 500D Cordura with a water resistant coating and with smooth running weather resistant PU coated zippers used throughout. And I have to say the overall quality, detailing and finish of this bag is excellent. The shoulder straps and back panel are well padded, and we have a nice grab handle on the top and a thinner grab handle tucked away on the side. There is a quick access pocket in the top flap, a water bottle pocket which sits flat when not in use, a front pocket with side access, a slim pocket for a phone with an internal mesh pocket for smaller accessories, and a small zip pocket with an elasticated key leash so you always know where your keys are. And on the very bottom of the bag there is a separated section for wet and dirty gear, which if fully utilised takes up about a third of the internal space, but you can use as much or as little of this as you need. At the front of the bag we have a flap held in place with this aluminium G-hook, and under that there is a fleece lined glasses pocket. Opening the front section of the bag reveals an open space which is shared with that wet and dirty section, with just one narrow zip pocket at the top for smaller items. The back part of the bag, which is accessed via a full clamshell opening, reveals a tech pouch with lots of internal organisation, which is held in place with two magnetic clip points. There is a zip pocket behind that, and below a couple of elasticated mesh pockets. Then adjacent to the back panel we have a fleece lined laptop sleeve, which will take up to a 16-inch laptop, and in front of that a separate tablet or flat document sleeve, and these are held closed with a magnetic buckle. So as you can see, there is a lot going on here with this bag when it comes to organisation, and there is a clear emphasis on commuter appeal. And with that quality and attention to detail in mind, the £200 or $1 price tag to me seems pretty reasonable. And then we have the integrated smart light. Now to turn this on you press the switch, and the light, which gives you a quick battery level indication when it comes on, then switches to a very powerful red light from this multi-LED array. And then it can be instantly attached to the recessed light holder on the bag thanks to powerful magnets. The light charges via USB-C and you get around 20 hours from a single charge. Now included with the light you also get a bike mount installed, easily utilising an elasticated strap for when you are backpack free. And the light can be mounted horizontally or vertically, and you get an Allen key included to make any adjustments. And this same light can also be used as a front light if needed, and whether it is red or white is simply determined by the orientation when it is first switched on. And it doesn't stop there. You can buy a handlebar mounted accessory that adds indicator functionality to the light, which also detects a braking force, making the red light into a brake light. And you can also, if you want, connect multiple lights to an app, which opens up a host of new features, including different lighting effects, with the flashing modes generally extending the battery duration, which is also shown on the app. The price for the smart light is £90 or $, which it has to be said is not cheap, but the quality again is really excellent. And when you factor in the Bluetooth connectivity and control and the add-ons, it does start to make sense. And if you've enjoyed this roundup, then you might want to check out some earlier gift selections, which I will put right here. And that's it for this one. Thank you as always for watching, and I hope you can join me for the next one.